or come in my, if it's your off period and I'm teaching, just come into my classroom. Just note that if you come into my fourth period for the Wednesday, Friday, there's a note on my door of what classroom I'm in. So just, it's upstairs. I have a student who's in crutches, so couldn't do the stairs. So we will do it that way. So I'd like all of that done by your first day back. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. If you are absent Tuesday or Wednesday, then make it happen Thursday or Friday, please, during one of your off periods. And I will again allow you to earn up to half your points back that you had earned, which is a pretty generous. So hopefully it'll bring up scores. So my friends, what kind of questions did you come across on the homework that I could help you with?
Number 7.
I'm sorry?
Number 7.
Number 7 on the second page or on the third page?
Second.
Second, number 2, okay. And then make sure you get your notes that I had given you out, get those because we'll be doing the last pages. So this is off, this is number 2 worksheet, which is number 7. We have y squared minus 3y to the third minus y to the fourth minus 5y to the third. Okay, so remember we have a 1 out front, so we're going to distribute that over. So I'm going to get y squared minus 3y to the third. And then remember, I'm going to distribute a negative 1 over both of those. So both of those signs are going to change. And we're going to take a look at like terms. So y, negative y to the fourth. I don't have any others. I have y to the third, which it has company. So negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2y to the third. And then I have y to the second, which is a positive value. And notice I have the exponents in descending order. So that's pretty much the accepted way to do it. It's not necessarily wrong if you don't have it that way. It's just, it becomes a good practice for you for future math classes. What else did you see off the homework you would like me to work on?
Number 4 on the second one.
Number 2, or page worksheet number 2 on the top right, and number 4. Okay. Okay, so worksheet number 2. This is number 4. So I have 4x to the third plus 3x squared minus 5 plus 2x to the third plus x plus 1. So remember, there's theoretically a 1 out in front, so I'll distribute that over. That allows me to drop my parentheses. There's a 1 out front here. None of the signs change because I'm just distributing a positive 1. And my highest exponent, I have to the third. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Remember, the exponents don't increase in size. And then I have plus 3x squared plus x, and then minus 4. That whole thing's my answer. What else on that first page, friends? Or second page, either page, 2 or 3. Are we feeling okay? Going once? Going,
Yes.
Going twice? I heard an yes. I know that on the third page, or number 3, there was a problem on the back, number 19, which was a triangle. And they have the whole bottom being 4x minus 2, and they have the height being x plus 2. And they wanted us to find the area, so you have to kind of dig back and remember area is one of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to go area equals 1/2 base, which is 4x minus 2, times height, which is plus 2. I would distribute this half over the first set of parentheses first. So half of 4x is 2x. Half of -2 is -1. And then I get this. So remember this one now, we've taken care of the 1/2 because we distributed over one of the sets of parentheses. Pick the one that has both even numbers if you had a 2, because it would then go into it nicely. And then from there, we're going to double distribute. I'm going to go 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. Minus 1x. Minus 2. These are like terms. So my area is going to be 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. And we already took care of the 1/2. So that's what we have available. Okay, so I kind of had the back of my mind. I wanted to make sure I worked that one out for you. Okay. So do you have your notes? Hopefully you do. If not, take this down on a separate sheet of paper. So we are going to be looking at PEF number 5. So we're skipping the fourth one. My door's shut and I like it open, so I'm going to open it. All right, so friends, first problem, I'm just going to multiply 3x squared times 4x to the 7th. So I'm going to multiply the 3 and the 4 together to give me 12. Multiply the x's together gives me x. Remember, you add the exponents when you're multiplying like bases. So 2 plus 7 is 9, and the problem's done. Make sense? Next problem. This one is going to be one of our double distributes. So I'm going to go 5x times 2x, which is going to give me 10x squared, because remember, those are both raised to the first. And then 5x times -3 is -15x. And I guess you could put that to the first. It's not necessary, but you can. And then -2 times 2x is -4x. And then -2 times -3 is +6. We do have like terms. Those we're going to combine together. And I can keep that as 19x, or I can make it 19x to the first. It's your choice, but that's the overall answer. So that's what we've already been working on. Okay. Questions about that one at all? All right, next problem. So now we've changed the variable. We've changed it to a. A works the same way as x does. So I'm going to go 3 times 5, which is 15. Those are a to the first. And then a times a is a to the second. And then I'm going to go 3a to the first times -3, which is -9a. Then multiply 2 times 5a, which is going to give me +10a. And then 2 times -3 is -6. Combine these like terms. So 1a or a is the same thing. So you can keep this answer is totally fine. You don't necessarily have to have the 1 here. It's your choice if you want to keep it or not, but it's not a big deal if you keep it there, or if you take it out. It's your choice. Just don't get rid of the a. Okay. Then we come to a problem that kind of looks like this. So we have a quantity. We have x plus 7 in parentheses, and it's raising it to the second power. So we have to recognize, what does this mean? This means I have 2 of these. So you want to write it out as 2 binomials. Please do not distribute the 2 ends thinking I'm just done. This means that I have 2x plus 7. So then when I multiply it, I'm going to get x squared plus 7x plus 7x plus 7 times 7 is 49. Those are like terms, so go ahead and add them together. And that's how we do that problem. So the big one is, this means we have 2 x plus 7s being multiplied. For future reference, if that was a 3, that would mean I'd have x plus 7, and x plus 7 to multiply. But that exponent is a 4, so on and so forth. Okay? All right, I'm gonna move on. All right, so then we get this one. It looks very similar to what we've been doing. So I get x times x is x squared. Outside is going to give me negative 6x. Inside is going to give me positive 6x. And then the last terms will give me negative 36. These are like terms. They are opposite values. So these cancel each other out. So you just wind up with x squared minus 36. This becomes, you don't have to know this yet, but we're going to start working with this. This is called the difference of two squares. Okay, so we're going to be focusing when you start hearing that terminology a little bit, and that's just a name for it. Okay. Next problem. Let's take a look at it. Notice now I have x and y's. Okay, it's going to still work the same way. You can realize that those are all to the first power right now. So you're going to go 10x squared because you add the exponents minus 4xy plus 15xy. Now, could you have yx? Yeah, they just like to keep them alphabetical, so x comes before y. And then multiply that, so I'm going to get negative 6y squared. These are indeed like terms, so I'm going to get 10x squared. Negative 4 plus 5 is 1, so I just get plus xy. Of course, you could have 1xy minus 6y squared. And there it is. And that's all of my problems that I have for you, my friends. So let's take a look at the homework. Cool. I think you would go ahead and start PEF. Number 5. And let's have you do the odds, please. And we can go ahead and start it. Still have quite a bit of time. So if you have questions or if you have questions about anything we're working on, you can jump back in. I'm going to stop the recording, but that doesn't mean I'm ending the lecture.